Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DA, take it over.
Hey, Kevin. Well
Let's meet your Brooklyn Nets.
And we've got
Kevin, thanks very much.
much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, they've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Leonard. Jackson's got the opening basket of the game for the Clippers. And here's Harden. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Zubac. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now here's Jackson.
I got yours.
Morris, left side. Here's George. Sweet little floater.
That's where you get a good indicator of how skilled Paul George is. Gets creative against the defense.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Harden. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's George. Leonard with no one around. And Irving pulls it down.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
The Clippers grab the miss. Outside for Jackson. To the middle. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Harden. He has 5. KD passes to Harden. Back to Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Athleticism and soft hands. Just a couple reasons why Durant is so lethal rolling off the screen.
Here's Jackson. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. It's stolen by Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. And a wide-open look for Irving. And the Nets, another three.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly, and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Durant. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
That's where Durant is making a living right now, a sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
And Leonard has it in the corner. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. And it's Durant with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the sheer size of Jordan is just so tough for defenders sometimes to deal with. Skilled at picking up the foul there.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Green, he's checked in for Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Patterson comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Patterson kicks to Leonard. They grab their own miss. Basket counts.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. So and some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Brown. Then it's Green. And it's Griffin in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. To the inside. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Beverly.
A good job of reading the pick and roll there from Patrick. You give him a passing lane, he's going to get to it.
Now Harden. He's got 5. Over Rondo. Misses off the right iron. The Clippers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Cousins finds Kennard. To the left wing. Harden against Rondo. Batum wide open. He fires. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Harden with it. Over to the wing. And the wide open shot from Griffin. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers in the lead. Beverly dishes to Batum. Green with the block. Harden surveying the D. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
And here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kennard on the wing. The pass to Batum. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the basket is good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. A shot by Batum, no good.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. To the right side. Beverly, the pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Down low. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Harden can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. George against Brown. Outside for Jackson. Launches it. Brooklyn with the rebound. Green left side. Right side, Griffin. Jackson against Green. Back to Griffin. To the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Jackson. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. Griffin kicks to Green. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. George, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Harden finds Brown. Back to Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 9.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Leonard. George trying to break free. And it's Leonard missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Luwawu, the pass to Harden. Here's Luwawu. Now here's Griffin. Zubac's defending. It's tipped. Stolen by George. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as... And that's going to do...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And George kicks to Leonard. On the wing, George. He's got 6. That one goes in. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality.
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. The three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The drive by KD. And it's all evened up. Durant's got 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Leonard from the arc. The shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Irving passes to Jordan. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Left side, Leonard. Back to George. Passes it to Zubac, and stolen by Jordan. And Irving launches it from deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And he gets it to go. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
Well, being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
KD with it. Guarded now by Morris. No good from Jordan. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that one's good, George.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
The wide open look for Durant. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Nets trail by 4. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Harden against Zubac. Harden, that's good. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. George passes to Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots the 3. Again, Leonard missing.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Harris kicks to Harden. It's Jordan on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. For 3, Harris. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for James Harden. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Some solid defense from Harris. Durant down low.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Everly for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 3 quarters of play in a How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Harris. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's good for two.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now from downtown. A rebound by the Nets. Durant's got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing, Brown. Back to Durant. To the paint. Here's Green. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. Shot clock at 6. To take the lead. And he sinks the layup. And the Nets lead by 2.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Back to Rondo. He feeds it to Batum. Kennard for 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Back to Green. Right wing. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Rondo.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Outside for Batum. Over Claxton. It's stolen by Harris. To the middle. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And the pass to Beverly. Here's Mann. Trying to end the drought. Green with the rebound. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving up top, defended by George. Clock at 6. Here's Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside Leonard.
2 minutes.
Pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
The kick out to Irving. That one goes. Count it.
Pure shooting form shown by Kyrie on that one. Lets the ball just roll off the fingertips.
On the wing, George. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Nets leading by 5. Now, here is Harden. Lays it up off the glass.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
George passes to Zubats. And Leonard has it in the corner. There's the three. The rebound by the Nets.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Inside, Jordan. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
George with the bucket.
Now Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Harden kicks to Green. Harden outside. Jordan misses the shot. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Downtown Milwaukee is seated. And before we get going, let's hear from...
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks have...
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the Nets starting 5. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Durant in at the 4. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Durant. Irving drives in. Count the basket.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Outside Holiday. Pass to Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Harden. Durant in the corner. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, his game offensively is fully developed. Durant has no holes in his offensive game. Comfortable from any place on the floor.
Here's Holiday. The pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. Hit the tip. Giannis on the follow.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too, and the Greek Freak has plenty of reach.
Now, here is Irving. Durant down low. Antetokounmpo defending. No good from Durant.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pulls it from 20. The shot by KD, no good. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of the game.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Nets also making a change. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Durant, and it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. Giannis kicks to Holiday. Back to Giannis, and Giannis throws it down.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up, he knows when to roll to the bucket off screens, and he knows when to give it up.
Now here's Irving. The kick out to Brown. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now. He and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
A flat-out bulldog
in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Here's the lob Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Creek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
T feeling it out a bit. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Green. Irving's got 6.
Irving's excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Passes it to Portis. He kicks it to Forbes. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Teague for 3. And Irving pulls it down. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here is Forbes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. A 3-ball. Forbes can't get it to go.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Harden, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And the mid-range game of Harden, excellent. An offensive genius, really. I mean, knows exactly where to get the looks that he wants.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Portis against Griffin. Portis, the pass to Connaughton. For Brooklyn, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Durant for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10. Wow, the Bucks moving it up. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Forbes has got his first 3 points of the game. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again. Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
Bucks leading by 3. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Portis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Durant. Here's Claxton. And stolen by DiVincenzo. One-on-one here. Portis, the pass to Tucker, feeds to Forbes. He gets it in there. And now a 7-point Bucks lead.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Harden outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 10. 40 seconds left in the first half. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Stolen by Harden. Now the pass to KD. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Pass to Portis for the 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets trail by 3. Here's Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Now DiVincenzo. And the call on. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bucks.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 8 points, 3. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the power forward position. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And here is KD. And he uses the glass on the layup. Durant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. And it's KD with the rebound. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Jordan kicks to Durant. Back to Jordan. That one doesn't drop. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Harden. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. He's off on that one. Good D by Lopez. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
It's hard. Oh!
Oh, man! How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
Holiday finds Giannis. And he converts the layup. Giannis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Outside Irving. Passes it to Jordan. Outside Durant. He feeds it to Irving. 3 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Over onto Kumbo. That misses off the backboard.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harris outside. And Katie, here we go. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Shots good by Middleton. Guys, we're not through 3/4 of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Now, I've got a word for Harden. It's indefatigable. Say that real fast. Which basically means he's tireless. Even when he's carrying the whole offense, he's got great energy and stamina.
The Nets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And now we've got the intentional foul. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for James Harden.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
Middleton looking it over. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And stolen by Harris. Here's Irving. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday is running. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Irving with it. Good on the triple. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. Back to the action after this word. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Timeout, timeout.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Timeout called, the Bucks. A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Bucks trail by 8. Outside Teague. Now the dish to Tucker. Lets it go with a 3. Portis. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Green passes to Harden. 6 to shoot. Green kicks to Harden. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee on D. Harden inside the 3-point line. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Forbes can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Harden. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
So fun watching Harden operate inside near the rim. I mean, his confidence level is high, and he does a really good job getting ideal position.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Teague. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Bucks trail by 10 for 3. Middleton. Jordan with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Harden outside. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Drills it from outside. Holiday's got it back down to single digits for the Bucks.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Antetokounmpo against Harden. Jacks up a 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. No good off the back of the rim. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Outside Teague. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. Here's DiVincenzo. Middleton the pass to Holiday. And again, the Bucks miss. Now here's Durant. From deep. Offline. So it's the Nets picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Outside, George. Jackson against DiVincenzo. Jackson passes to Leonard. Down low, Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Outside for Jackson. George with no one around. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. No good from Zubac. Middleton outside. Now Giannis. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. To the inside. Lopez, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Leonard. Count that bucket.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Holiday with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Outside, George. Left side, Jackson. Releases. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
When the jumper is working, Reggie becomes much tougher to defend. One of the most athletic guys on the floor.
Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And here's Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Great look, but off the mark.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
From deep, George. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis up top. Guarded by Jackson. And it's Giannis missing.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
The shot by George, no good. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Nailed from three-point land.
He wisely chose to pull up for a 3 on the fast break. The defense sucked in to prevent the layup.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Back to Jackson. High post try. And the Clippers miss again.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
17-foot shot on the way. Off the left rim and out. The Clippers trail. Pass to George. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
It's good. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now here's Leonard. And there's the pass to Batum. 17-foot shot on the way. Zubats. Batum wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Outside, George. Over Holiday. No good again that time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3 slot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now here's Teague. Pass to Nwora. Fires for 3. Unable to get that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Morris.
This is what Cousins gives you, good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
Teague against Patterson.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris inside. Poke loose. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Nice shot by Portis.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Morris, no good. Here is Forbes. Kennard covering. Portis in the post. Cousins is there. Here's Forbes. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Kennard kicks to Morris. Pass to Patterson. Rebound, Milwaukee. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the 2 of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Morris to end the run. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jackson against T. To the paint. And Portis throws it down.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Pass to Zubats. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Portis. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys, they're hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Here's Teague. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G.A. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Middleton outside. On the pass to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. Jackson kicks to George. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
What you like about Drew, these hard drives, a physical guard who sometimes invites contact.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Now George. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They didn't stop. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the center.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubats. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Fades away. A shot by Batum, no good. Bucks leading by 3. Kicks it down to Middleton. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. George passes to Batum. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Batum. Taken away by Holiday. Here we go, one-on-one. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts. That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, and the rejection by Zubats.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Here's Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Right side, Leonard. Back to Jackson for the lead. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Giannis against Batum. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Milwaukee in the lead. And here we go. Here's Forbes. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
This is his bread and butter. Hard to find a young player better than Forbes at shooting off the catch.
Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Back to Kennard. He kicks to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Cousins. It's good on the putback.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Teague. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's Portis atop the key. Back to Teague. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Here's Nora. Timeout called the Bucks. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The pass to Forbes. Lets the 3 fly. Oturu with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Back to Kennard. To the middle. And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Good work there as it goes. Portis has got 11.
That was physical D, but Bobby Portis is so strong, he finished through contact.
5 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Beverly, and that one released in time, but no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bucks lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. E.J. Tucker is out there with Brooke Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. 4 on the shot clock. Inside and stolen by Patterson. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Kennard. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Middleton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Passes to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's Beverly missing. Milwaukee leading by 3. Takes a 3. Tucker dishes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down hard.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Beverly. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Kennard. Here's Zubac. And the shot goes down.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Connaughton. Tips it. Here's Lopez, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Lopez has got 4 this quarter. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Down low, here's Zubac, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Giannis inside. Defended by Batum. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
George passes to Jackson. At the elbow, Batum. 3-pointer. Jackson misses. Bucks leading by 5. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Middleton. Hits the front of the rim and out. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Leonard.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
The Bucks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Bobbed up there for Lopez. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And it's easy to see why Lopez is out here in these moments. Never afraid to take a big shot.
Now, here is George. 13 feet away. The rebound by Middleton. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Giannis throws it down.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Here's Zubac. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Over Lopez. And he can't bank that one in. Bucks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Middleton for 3, and the 3 ball is good. And now a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here is Holiday. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. Holiday up top over Jackson. And the shot no good, a bit short. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Fires from the wing. That shot is off. And so the Bucks take the win. It was David. Thank you as always. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the one. And both teams, Doris, battling injuries.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
Now, here is Irving. Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got the opening field goal of the game for the Nets. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now the pass to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Over Jordan. Out to Morris. Clock at 4. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Puts up a 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. High post shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Jackson down low, guarded by Harden. Jackson kicks to Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. It's stolen by Harris. Jordan with it. Leonard picks him up. In transition, here come the Nets. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant for 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Irving finds Durant. Over Leonard. And Durant gets it to go.
Well, listen, you do the best you can to make Kevin Durant take tough shots. But this guy, lightning quick release, unbelievable shooter, so hard to guard him.
Now, here is George. Passes it to Zubats. George double teamed. Jackson has the open look. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's Leonard. That one drops for him.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Irving against George. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
2 points. That one goes.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Here is Durant. Paul George making his last shot. Morris with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And it's good. 2 points.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now, here is George. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And the Nets making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Back to Kennard. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kennard against Irving. Over Kennard. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The kick out to Irving. Looking to end the run. And Durant lays it in.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Outside, George. The three. The rebound by Harden. KD drives in. Paul George with the steal. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Patrick Beverly out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Cousins in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Rondo. James Harden picking up that last basket. Cousins finds Rondo. Back to Cousins. It's stolen by Green. KD with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Beverly, the pass to Rondo. Lets a floater go. And the layup is up and in.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Luke Kennard. And the Nets also making a change. Jordan, he's checked in for Blake Griffin.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Clippers trail by 3. The pass to Mann. And here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Now here's Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Morris. Pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Irving against Jackson. Now here's Irving. He's guarded closely. Brown outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Count it. Good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Leonard against Harris. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
The Clippers trail. Jackson looking it over. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Jackson's got 4 this quarter. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Brown outside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, this guy has run this play so many times. DeAndre Jordan understands how to read the defense.
Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. Here's Morris. Outside Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 9.
taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers ahead.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead up.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant, and it's Harris, and it's small forward. And George kicks to Leonard. The dish to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. Harden surveying the D. Over George. Here's George.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Wow, looks like 2017 when DeAndre came home with the dunk contest trophy. Makes it look easy there.
Jackson down low, guarded by Harden. Zubats against Jordan. And here's George for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Irving misses.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Jackson misses.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Right side Irving. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Outside, George. And he comes up with the deuce. George has got his second bucket.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Green, the shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Leonard. Rondo with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Inside. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Uncovered. The rebound by Harden.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
You know, Griffin is so sure of himself when he shoots it. That confidence really goes a long way.
Rondo looking over the floor. To the inside. Cousins dishes to Batum. Back to Cousins. Griffin with the steal. Passes it to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Harden. Now here's Green. Ball's knocked loose. And now the Clippers on the break. Rondo with the ball. And there it is for him. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, you can't let Rondo get free in those situations. He's an absolute terror on the fast break.
Irving with the ball. Here's KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Rondo against Harden. Rondo kicks to Leonard. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good even without a dribble.
Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that
could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rondo passes to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Now the pass to Kennard. That shot off. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Irving kicks to Harris. Back to Irving. And with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Leonard. Moves back up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And the Nets making a change here as well. Jordan's checked in.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Claxton the pass to Irving. Over Beverly. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Back to Zubac. Pass to man. From deep. The offensive rebound. And George able to finish.
Well, Paul George putting the size and the length that he possesses to be an effective force on the glass. Nice.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
George against Irving. Pass to Claxton. On the wing, Harris. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers leading by 10. In the corner, George with it. Good on the 13-footer. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Here's George. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Harden left side. We've got 1:55 left in the game. He gets that one.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Zubac finds George. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And the rejection by Harden to the paint. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. There's the triple. Another miss by Harden. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No good with the triple. And the Clippers have possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. They get it back.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
On the wing, George. From 18 feet away. That doesn't go either for George. Here's Claxton. Missed. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good moments throughout. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Shots good by Middleton.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Harden against DiVincenzo. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Harden against Holiday. And Antetokounmpo inside. Misses off the left iron. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Irving. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo running.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. They get out in transition there.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Passes it to Durant. Down low. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Over Harden. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
For 3, Durant. Giannis grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Middleton finds Holiday. Back to Middleton. Over Harris. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Back to Holiday. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Durant. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about that? On the offensive glass, KD anticipating where the ball was going and then uses his length to track it down.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Irving can't hit. Bucks trail by 4. Holiday goes in. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
That's a great drive from Drew Holiday, using that blazing speed to his advantage.
Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rebounded by the Bucks.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
The wide open look for Durant. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by... And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got is that you got to finish the job. You got to get it done. But I'm just, I'm...
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Harden in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. There's the lob to Portis.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now Harden still looking for his first bucket in this one. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Kevin Durant. Here's Forbes. Just 4 to shoot. Portis kicks to Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Bucks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Portis, the pass to Nora. Outside Teague. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Portis. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Nets with the lead. Stripped away. And they're moving it up. Launches the 3. Forbes can't get it to go. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Teague, and there's the pass to Portis. Doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Brown feeling it out a bit. And it's in there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Bucks trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And a wide open look for Portis. Drills the three-pointer. Portis has got 5.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Here's Harden. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Back to Forbes. Pulls up from the corner. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And that one's good. Griffin.
And the foot speed there of Griffin on full display. So explosive driving to the rack.
Pass to Tucker. 58 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Forbes. Here's Norrell. Griffin with the steal. Feeds it to Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Green. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris kicks to Harden. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's KD for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Love it. KD firing away right now. Has the confidence and the touch and buries those triples. Sometimes it comes in bunches.
The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by... And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nets leading by 9. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Giannis inside. Guarded by KD. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis outside. Kicks to Middleton. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. Holiday against Green. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets leading by 12. Kicks it out to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez, and the wide open shot from Green. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Shoots from the line. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 14.
Yeah, and that kind of activity helps Griffin to do so much more in this game. He's been tireless.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Trying to get something going. Buries it from 3-point range. Middleton's got 5.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Inside, Griffin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
There's some unique qualities to the play of Blake Griffin, a big with incredible handles and passing skills who can still throw it down.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Irving against Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Jordan finds Griffin. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Bucks have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Chris Middleton has worked his way back and come a long way. The former second-round pick becoming a consistent starter in the league.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Clock at 6. Irving against T. The putback. It's good on the putback. Juarez got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Irving with a clean look. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here is Forbes. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Brown. Durant is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And that's a 6'11" guy handling the rock. Coming off the pick, amazing skill level on Durant's part.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Portis. Nets leading by 11. And the pass to Irving. Now here's Brown. That's tipped. Pushing it up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Pass to Connaughton. To the paint. Here's Tucker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Nets with the lead. Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. Shoots over DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Portis.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And he knocks down the first one. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Durant. Both free throws good from Tucker. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And here's Harden. Harden draws the double. Dishes to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. Bucks trail by 5. Teague with the ball. To the inside. And Forbes has it in the corner. And he banks in the layup.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Irving passes to Luau. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Luau Cabarrot. Kevin Durant comes in for Green, and it's Harden in for Tyler Johnson. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Harden scanning the floor. And Harden with the stop.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Giannis high post. And Giannis throws it down.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Harden the pass to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
1:06 left in the fourth. Pass to Giannis. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. .59 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Giannis dishes to Holiday. Fires the 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Harden. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, for a tall guy, Durant has such dexterity and rhythm on the catch and shoot. It's just interesting to watch.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good for Giannis.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from a summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.